Hi everyone, Sandra Duran Wilson here, and welcome to this week's Mixed Media Soul Sparks. Every week I bring you some new ideas for painting, color, design, inspiration, even a few studio tips. Today I want to share with you one of my favorite kind of wacky ways to move paint around, and it's with foam rollers. And you can see this assortment that I have here on the table. And I just want to share with you, these are ones that I bought in the kids section of the craft store. And they come with designs already on them. This is just plain. And here we've got some that are already cut into lines. But what I really want to share with you is how I make these, and I just take scissors on a straight regular foam roller, and for this one I just took the scissors and I cut across this way. On this one I just kind of, well, let me just show you, because I have a few more spots I can cut into here. I just kind of went in here and pinched and pinched and then pull that out. So I have these little divots in here. For this one, I just cut it across that way. And on this one, I just put rubber bands on it. And these might start to fall off. They've been on there so long, but you can create your own patterns, your own unique patterns by cutting your own foam rollers. And these are just inexpensive ones that you can get at the craft store. You can also get these kind of foam dabbers like this. This one has two different sizes. And I use cosmetic wedges, packing materials. This one I've used a lot in paste, but they're great for just moving paints around and getting texture. This surface I'm going to be working on today is a Claybord from Ampersand. It has a very unique surface, and that this is actually kaolin clay on the surface, and as I spray the water on here, it is absorbed into the clay. This is probably one of my favorite surfaces to work on because you can get a lot of different effects with it because of the unique quality of the clay. And before I start to work on it, I always like to spray some water because it kind of like primes the board. Otherwise, when I would put the paint on, it's so absorbent that all the paint would get absorbed in there and I wouldn't be able to move it. And what I want to show you is creating a gradation using these foam rollers. And I'm going to start up here, so let me move this down a little. And I'm going to be using Payne's gray. And you see how it just kind of flows out. It's very nice. Then I'm going to put a little ultramarine blue out down here. And I'll bring in some white. And I'm just going to begin misting a little water onto my roller. You see how it really wants to stick there? There we go. The foam rollers absorb a lot of your paint, so you might have to put out more to get started. Okay. Just kind of moving it this way. Now I'm going to start to roll. Kind of interesting texture that I'm getting. I like texture, so that's okay. I'm going to come back up here. It was more Payne's gray. So I want to go from a darker color to a lighter color. Here I'll add some more white and kind of start to work up the other way. So you can get a nice gradation. You can even add in a third color or fourth color. This is a Dioxazine purple. You just want to spread it around, and then I'm going to come in with one of these other rollers. Do you see the kind of marks and textures you can get? And you can even bring it down into here. Got a little dry. There we go. Now, let's see. You can see this is really all about play. Okay, let's get it over here. I have to get this one dry. So one fast way to get it dry is you start to rub some color off. So I'm going to load up the roller over here, and now I'm going to come across and start to get some of my patterns on here. It's almost like I can even get a rainbow effect here. I want to bring in a different color. You see, it's not a real perfect impression. There we go, it's a little better. I think I had too much water on it the first time. The main thing you want to do is you want to use colors that you know are going to be compatible. The purples, the blues, and the golds, along with the white, I know will work together well. And even up in here, if you look right up in this area, you see how it's starting to get a nice kind of patina-like. The trick is to let these things dry in between, then come back in and add some more layers to it. I'm putting some white on top of my teal, loading up my brush again, loading up my roller. And let's just try some here. Yeah, there we go. Let's see, that comes out a little better. I'm taking the circles over the squares, just kind of working back and forth. And again, as I said, if you let the layers dry in between, you get a nice result. One of the tricks with this, if you've noticed how much paint is absorbed into these rollers, keep a second piece around, keep a second piece handy that you can then roll off all of these other colors and perhaps in another pattern. So what I'm doing is I'm just creating a background that I can then play with. And even if I add some water to this and let those colors blend, I have a very interesting background. So this is working with rollers, how to make some of your own shapes using store-bought ones. Remember just to use a few colors that you know are going to go together well, and keep another panel or piece of paper handy that you can put all of these on and not waste your paints. And let me show you what I mean. So this is just some scrap paper I have around, and you see how much paint is left in here. So by doing this, I sometimes create these collage papers that I really love, and I couldn't get them any other way than by playing around like this. Oh yeah, there we go. It's a nice color, huh? So this is a great way to make collage papers, not waste your paint, and to create some new textures. So thanks for joining me this week, and check out the website for any other online classes that you might be interested in. In the meantime, I'd love to see your comments, see your work, and join us at Awakening Your Creative Soul. Thanks. See you next week. Join the community and share your creations on social. Use the hashtag #MixedMediaSoulSparks. I look forward to seeing your comments in the comment section.